Alright guys, welcome back to another video, tutorial, guide, whatever you want to call it. This is the ultimate turkey raspberry auto farm. I'm calling it the turkey raspberry auto farm because it uses turkeys in order to harvest the raspberries, because if you didn't already figure it out, you can't harvest raspberries. The story behind it is that raspberries are too thorny, so you can't harvest them because they're too thorny, so you have to have the turkeys come along and harvest them for you. And then you gotta have these industrial berry baskets which allow them to drop off the raspberries automatically and outputs it onto a conveyor. The reason why you want it to automatically output onto a conveyor is because that way you can put it right into a chest, which I do here. It goes straight into an input-output chest. You can use a normal chest or sorry, industrial chest if you want, but input-output has more capacity, so that's what I used. And eventually they can actually produce a decent amount. And so I'd recommend using metal troughs. You just fill it up with red berries as often as you can, or you can use automatic ones and just have like a timed input-output chest to output every however often. Anyway, now they're awake. They're all gonna come over here and eat. You see that? They're eating. Boom. Now it's gonna slowly refill again. And this turkey now has full health. And then another one's gonna come along, they're gonna eat some. So I don't know if it's 5 or 10 seconds is best. You can tinker around with that based on how many turkeys you have and all that good stuff. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. So the way I have this set up, because you gotta be really careful, you don't want them, like, even there is probably too much of a corner, they'll get stuck on that. So you gotta always give them space to get around very easily. So I have this cutout because I didn't plan to put them in here originally, but you could just make your wall that much further out and then you can put them like this. But make sure the basket and the conveyor of the basket are exposed, and then I just put a conveyor under that, or you could even have the industrial chest input-output chest right there. Like, there's a conveyor right here, so right there next to this block there's a conveyor. And so if you wanted, you could just put the chest right up to there. Either way would work. Might even have to put this to 15 seconds or longer. They don't eat much, so it's fine with only 3. And yeah, make sure there's plenty of space around it so they don't get stuck on it, or else they'll stop. And every corner in here, you gotta make sure they have at least 2 ways out. That's a pretty good way of doing it. And sometimes they'll get stuck up here even. Like, they'll just stand on top of it and stay stuck. If they do get stuck, you can just mount them, move them off, and then dismount. Assuming you're level 5 or higher, because I'm pretty sure it's level 5. And they have to eat in order to produce raspberries, and harvest them and everything. So make sure they're always eating and able to get to food, and that way they will always produce berries. It's a pretty simple process, but it is quite expensive to set up sometimes, and that's why you'll see raspberries are going for so much. It's funny, I think it's the only crop where the seed is way less, or like is way cheaper than the actual crop itself. Because if you look, where is it? Right here? Yeah, it's right here. So you can buy from my shop 1,250 coins for the seeds, and then 10,000 for the raspberries, and people are actually buying both of these things quite a bit. So yeah, and it's all because you have to have turkeys. You can't just have a massive farm like you can blueberries or red berries. You can't just have a massive farm where you just got the sickle and you're just mass farming it easy peasy. You can't do that with raspberries. I don't know why I can only have 3 turkeys out right now. It's a little bit annoying, but whatever. I might just be missing some other animals that I forgot to cell or something like that. Anyway, I hope this video was useful. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.